Hello? The first and second gen Nanos are like kind of the same, except the second gen has more color options.
And the first gen is a fire hazard.
Yeah, so first gen is B tier, second gen A tier.
I mean, I personally think that the fifth gen, not the fifth gen, the first gen Nano looks nicer than the second gen. I think it looks nicer.
I don't know about that.
And it's less of a pain to take apart as well.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, if it's a Nano, you're not really taking it apart for any reason.
I mean, I'm just going to put it in B tier mainly because of the explosive battery.
I mean, we're comparing it against like other Nanos, right? So I'm saying the second gen is above the first gen because I think it looks nicer. The aluminum looks a lot better than the plastic, and it also doesn't scratch as much as the back on the first gen. So
yeah, I'm putting first gen as a C tier. Well, no, B tier. And because I mean, it was so revolutionary. That's the only real thing. Like, it was so tiny comparatively to the other one.
Yeah,
then,
like it was. The first gen gets so high up because it was the first.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm also putting the second
most
gen
first gens.
B tier, mainly because it would be an A tier, but it's a B tier because it has the same kind of design as the Mini. But since it's so much thinner and smaller, you're going to have a lot more issues tearing it down to get parts replaced for it compared to the first gen.
Yeah, I've broken 2 click wheels on those just from taking them apart.
Now the third gen, Nano, I'm putting it in S tier.
I don't know.
I mean,
about
I never
that.
owned one. I never owned one, so I can't really speak.
Well, really,
my friend owns one, and I think it's quite nice. So I'm gonna put it A tier, but mainly because I haven't owned one.
Yeah, I'm putting it A tier because it's smaller, but all you get is like, oh, it plays video. And considering it's a Nano, you can't really put that many videos on it.
It's not that, it's more of the fact that this Nano, one, looks so much like the classic. That's one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah, that's what I like about the first gen Nano as well, because it kind of looks like the fifth gen, but smaller.
Yeah, but the thing with the third gen is, if you've already opened up a classic, like a 7th gen classic, it's no different opening up this thing. The only thing that's soldered is your, battery.
Pain.
I know.
Pain.
Can you take...
Drawing blood.
It's fine. It doesn't have many issues unlike the 4th and 5th gen. And
just use a pasta knife to open it.
The third gen...
Alright, now, 4th gen.
I'm putting that as a D tier.
Putting in C.
Putting the 4th gen.
I'm putting it C with the first gen.
If I'm gonna put it anywhere, I'd rather put it like if I put it in B tier, I've got to move the second gen down because I like the 4th gen significantly more, but it does have more issues.
Yeah, you do have have the black spot. You have it's kind of a weird form factor. The screen,
I'm gonna put it in.
But
B tier.
The screen on it is like surprisingly good. It's like surprisingly high refresh rate. So it's like 60 FPS. So everything just moves like super smoothly.
The 4th gen Nano is the first like non-touch iPod I had. So I like it. But it's like a very sensible iPod to get for like just something to chuck about, just have.
5th gen.
S tier.
S tier. Okay.
F tier.
F tier. Okay.
F.
Because I know it was a one-time. I mean, my thing is with the 4th and 5th gen Nano is that it is so common to see the batteries go bad in these.
Yeah.
So
I understand that.
I mean, yeah, the screen is better in this, and wow, the 5th gen has a camera on it. But DankPod, in that one situation with recording that whole video on that 5th gen, the battery was good when he had it. It lasted a while, and then it got the black spot after using it for that.
Yeah, but who the hell besides freaks like us is going to record a like half-hour long video with a Nano? Even my like Galaxy S8, when I'm recording videos, even this thing gets like warm. So when you're like pushing it hard like that, it's pushing it really a lot.
But if you think about it this way, I feel like the Nanos are kind of geared towards children in a way. But I mean, children are going to be messing around with those kind of features a lot if they're messing around with a 5th gen or 4th gen. I've had experience with a 4th and 5th gen, and they did not last very long.
Alright, so the 5th gen is sad. Let's talk about good stuff. Alright, 6th gen.
6th gen, I like it. A tier.
6th gen, I'm going to put as a B tier.
I'm putting A. Because it's the first one to have a touchscreen. I just remember
one of the issues it has. I remember it has an issue. It has like a really big issue.
What?
The screens like to unstick themselves.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Really common.
Of an issue.
Yeah, but it is quite common.
Yeah, would it be bad if it like came off while you're like using it? But in terms of like repairing it, that's not that bad.
But the batteries, although we haven't had any black spot issues with them, the batteries can still be very unreliable.
Yeah, but you can replace them a lot easier because you just take the screen off.
Yeah.
Take the screen off. You don't.
Batteries are still soldered. Even the 7th gen batteries and 6th gens are still soldered.
I mean, that was the same for like the touches. So, again, casual audience.
Yeah. Like the type of people who, when it breaks, they just like either buy another one or just get rid of it.
The bane of all of our existence.
The nanos are like almost disposable in a way.
Yeah. And 6th gen, you can turn into a watch.
Yes.
A very bad watch. But you can turn it into a watch.
Yeah.
It's got like very specific like watch faces and all that. So
I'd use it as a watch gladly.
The 6th gen Nano, yes, lightning wasn't around yet, but I think it could have benefited from lightning.
Yeah, it probably could.
That
made it like smaller.
Huge connector on that device.
Yeah, but 30 pin, if we're gonna get into 30 pin, 30 pin is like, at the time, it was like a very future-proof design because they specifically put in pins that they were going to use for like upgrades and stuff. So that's part of the reason why it's so
it's
thick.
better than that weird.
It's better.
It's better than the weird tier USB.
It's better than the 4th gen Shuffle, where it's legitimately just a goddamn headphone jack, but still.
Now the 7th gen Nano, I'm putting as an A tier.
Yeah.
That was the first
it's
Nano
got.
I had bought. I loved it. It has Bluetooth to it. I mean.
I think you can use it with AirPods. It's got lightning. It's got that weird iOS thing, which I don't really hate. It reminds me of the PS Vita home screen, where it's got those like round icons, like Eminem kind of things. It looks kind of cool, and it's got that weird home button thing, and it's the big small pod. I think it's the thinnest.
Oh
if I remember.
Now the thinness is an issue. Because if you drop it once and it lands on the corner of the headphone jack, your headphone jack is kind of screwed down. It's like
it's like the iPhone 6. You drop it, it just goes, just bends in half.
No, I suppose that's like maybe that's future proofing because they knew they were going to remove it. So the second you drop it, bye headphone jack.
And they gave you Bluetooth.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you dropped it and bent your headphone jack in. Oh, it's going to be more money to replace it than the device. Oh, wait, you have Bluetooth on it. Just get some Bluetooth headphones. And then the iPhone.
Just get some Beats.
Oh, you have no more headphone jack.
Just get some
The transition started years ago.
It did.
And it comes with those not AirPod.
The earpods?
Yeah, earpods. Yeah. Which is like good, somewhat.
The 7th gen Nano with the Bluetooth, it wasn't up to par like the iPhone 6 was.
Yeah.
When I had this one, I had a pair of LG Bluetooth earbuds that would sit around my neck, and then you just pull down the earbuds and put them in your ears and whatnot. And then press 2 buttons and it would retract them. But every time you did that, you would always have to go into the settings, physically connect it. It would never connect automatically, no matter what.
Yeah, but this was like, this was the time before, I think it was the W2 chip, or the T2 chip.
W1.
So the W1 chip, to where it would just automatically connect.
Yeah. I mean, Bluetooth headphones were meant to do that.
Because the Nano was released 2012? Or
Yeah,
sold up until 2012. So yeah,
sold
that's
up until like 2016.
Well, they were released in 2012. That's like iPhone 5 era, if I remember correctly.
Okay, even the 5S. Okay, if this is alongside the 5S, because that's around the same time, he would just turn on his Bluetooth headphones and they would automatically connect. My thing is, Apple, why didn't you include that into this device?
I mean, I think it's more of a software limitation more than the hardware.
The two cons to this device is its parts replaceability. Yes, you can find the parts, but like, I was taking my 7th gen apart because it had screen damage, just like the 3rd gen Nano that I just gave back. I was taking it apart and I basically broke the device. The ribbon connectors are so stupid small in there that it's really difficult to...
I imagine it's probably like taking apart a DS Lite.
No. It's like taking apart a like $2,000 watch. Everything is so precisely made that one little like bump and it all doesn't work.
And the other thing is, they're holding their value really well.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
They're just holding their value too well. That's why I'm really hesitant on like I want to replace that device I just broke, because it was a nice little Nano device.
Yeah, it was like it's honestly like kind of cool because it's just so thin. I have a 4th gen Shuffle. I don't think you realize how like small this thing is. I bet it's the same with the last 2 Nanos. Yeah. It's just so thin and like surprisingly light. And the 4th gens actually are made the same way that 5th gens were made. They're like kind of like shiny aluminum. So it's actually like really slippery. It's surprising.
Yeah, are we're doing shuffles next week?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think that's like
the final.
I think that's like the last one to do. All right, boys. Yep. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.
Eat.